Welcome to the Hotel Tassocare. What a lovely place. What a lovely face. Living it up at the Hotel Tassocare. What a nice surprise. Mystery slice of life.
Tassocare Hotel is an adaptation of a mobile game apparently, though it's frankly far too good to be referred to as such. If you want the basic vibe for this one, as others have said, just imagine Death Parade, but in a hotel, but with a little more amnesia and a lot more slice of life. Tassocare Hotel is a hotel that exists between the world of the living and the dead, engulfed in twilight with no distinction between day and night. When guests show up to the hotel, it is unknown whether they are alive or dead, and until they regain at least their basic memories and their name, their face will simply look like an abstract representation of some exaggerated feature of their personality. Each guest's hotel room is unique, shaped by the memories of the guest. In order to work on regaining their memories, they're told to search their rooms.
Clean up your room, then you'll know what to do next.
While hosts of the hotel also work to help them open up and face their own identities, so to speak. Sometimes the hotel rooms change their forms to help jog the guest's memory, though it often also feels as if these changes are in reaction to them regaining their memories or making progress. This does kind of blur together at times. Also, not only do their hotel rooms shift, in some cases they can even change forms entirely, influenced by different elements of the guests' personalities. These changes, both big and small, reveal all sorts of different clues within said rooms to help them regain further memories. In this way, the hotel and the rooms within are kind of like evolving characters unto themselves in a sense. Reflections of each hotel guest's psyche and how they evolve as the characters grow and progress. Helping the guests regain their memories is the hotel's and its employees' most important task. When a guest has fully regained their memories, they will of course also remember whether they are alive or dead, and ultimately either come to terms with their death and move on to the afterlife, or perhaps find a new perspective and a new lease on life, the motivation to return to the world of the living and to attempt to lead a newly invigorated and fulfilling life. Or maybe hide the truth from everyone and try to scheme up loopholes for killing people without breaking the hotel rules. Along the way, of course, guests experience a lot of trepidation in facing the truth. In some cases, just straight up breaking down before they're able to confront their memories. Or in some cases, having far more extreme reactions. Our main character, aptly named Neko, is energetic and brimming with curiosity, effortful and helpful to others, and also definitely very much dead. Although she of course doesn't know that yet. I like her a lot. Before the first episode is out, she straight up just goes, "This is very interesting. Let me also have a job here." Which is probably the one part where it's like, yeah, this is a video game character, but also really endearing. Main character energy in the best way, and the manager is just totally cool with it even though they already have enough staff. Wish the real world was like that. Without going too deep into characters or specific spoilers, I'll just say that the show is full of colorful and highly varied characters in both the hotel hosts and guests. They even, once again, wind up having to let a criminal stick around for the long term, which shakes things up in big ways, obviously. Now, that might sound wildly irresponsible, and it is, but the reality that the show puts forth is that the hotel workers must abide by a certain set of hotel rules, and much of the logic of the series lays itself out from there. I feel like episode 4 was a real turning point, not just with the story proving that it could be extremely dark, but also making me question whether or not the rules of the hotel itself, as well as its connection to the world of the living, the afterlife, and hell itself, will make sense in the long run. This will probably make or break the show's writing, and episode 4 did feel like the cracks started to form, every pun intended, but honestly, I gotta say, that's part of what continues to keep me interested. I'm genuinely curious about the rules of this freaking hotel, and as I'm finishing up the final script, I'm now 10 episodes deep with no real further issues, and I think obviously that alone kinda just goes to show how engaged I am by this show's world. Anyway, I'm loving this show so far. The world is interesting, watching the mysteries unfold is engaging, and the show is great at changing the tone on a dime from cute and cozy slice of life vibes to monotony symbolic of busy busy work or simply waiting for something to happen, to occasionally chilling and creepy, and even horrifying and brutally screwed up sometimes. The animation itself is certainly nothing mind-blowing, but it has been extremely consistent, with some of its best animation actually found deep in the show at episode 9. Speaking of episode 9, I love all of the freaking jazz this show treated me to. And I love the OP and ED. Long live the Japanese music industry.
Haruto, I can't find your passion. Your play doesn't touch my heart at all.
Most of all, I'm really just enjoying spending time with these characters and this world, so do I recommend this highly obscure seasonal mobile game anime adaptation that I found at the very bottom of the anime charts? Yeah, I actually do. I'm having a ton of fun with it. Shows like this are why I'm happy to occasionally dig to the very bottom of these seasonal lists. Anyway, it's quite the gem. I just hope that you enjoy it as much as I have. Peace.